Man, this got ugly today. Had a potential buyer, seller, realtors. I just want to inspect the house, man. That's it. So they were just throwing a bunch of questions at me about the disclosures and yada, yada, yada. And are these repairs that were made or modifications? Times like these, man, it's pretty rough. Houses aren't flying off the shelves. So, you guys let me know what you think about this house. Would you have thought that this would have to have been disclosed as repairs from damage? It's a pretty. This is a good video, man. This is a good educational one for all of us. But I ended up getting a freaking headache today just listening to them because they're baiting me, baiting each other. It was just a mess. I hate to see that. But closing on houses, realtors, everybody's just on edge. No bueno. Check out this video. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. It's a good one. You'll be surprised, actually. This is I don't know. It's one of those. I'll see you down there. All right, well, welcome back, guys. All right, so you guys heard my intro. I already been down here. I'm doing a voiceover on this one so I can explain what's happening. But as you can see, this crawl space, I mean, the humidity that just pounded in my face the minute I opened up that crawl door was just unreal. I mean, it's late October, almost November. I haven't felt humidity like that since summer. But you can see this crawl space. This crawl space was encapsulated back in May. It's what we call a half cap, where they don't go up the walls. They just put it on the ground. This crawl space, you're gonna see it took quite the beating. It's 25 years old. This house is listed at $600,000. Absolutely gorgeous home. Look at this. It's beautiful. This crawl space is absolutely beautiful. Great place to do a encapsulation. You can see all the piers are lined up nice. You got the I-beams, but man, look at the rust on these pipes. I don't know what happened in this crawl space. It wasn't a leak. Apparently, the argument is about the buyer saying that homeowner did not disclose the fact that that there was damage done to the crawl space. Look at the rust on that pipe. Wow. 25-year-old house. I'll tell you what, the humidity must have been pretty bad. Said that didn't disclose that there was damage to the crawl space. I'm going to take some moisture readings down here. 23% in practically November. It is uncalled for, unheard of. 20% right next to that machine. Now keep this in mind. This machine is a giant fan. It's not a dehumidifier. I've seen those before, but you could tell this place had a lot of humidity. So they went ahead and sealed off all the vents, ran the plastic on the ground. 21% moisture readings on the wood itself. That is so high this time of the year. I barely even take out my moisture meter this time of the year. It's just because it's not going to be accurate. Because it's just the weather has been so mild. You're not going to get true readings, but if it's 23% right now, I can't imagine what it would be in July. Look at this. Look at this beam. That is just covered in wood fungi. 22%. I know that thing is rocking at about 35% come summertime. God, I wish I can come back out here in the summer. I hope I do, because I got in pretty good with the potential home buyer. We'll find out after this freaking disaster of an argument. They were kind of leading me into a bunch of they wanted answers. I'm not a closing attorney, man. I don't know, Yeah, by law you have to disclose a lot of things. I'm gonna pull up a form here pretty soon. Look at this fungus. That is horrible, man. That is so bad. Look at that. That is so bad to see. I really hate to see this, especially on a. I don't I don't like to see this in any house, but this house, it's 25 years old. If you look at the outside, it looks like they just finished building it months ago. This company came out in May, did this half cap of encapsulation, and threw that unit down here. Well, I'll show you this unit here in a bit. I'm just gonna keep showing you guys the fungus, the workmanship this outfit did, which, they sealed off the vents. I'm cool with that. I definitely would have ran the plastic up the walls just to keep any moisture from coming in. But the plastic itself, it's like it's wet. It's a little damp, and it's all from humidity. I can't get over how much humidity accumulated here. Now that wall right there, that's the entire front of the house. That's a dirt-filled porch on the opposite side of that wall. So you're not getting any ventilation coming in from this portion of the house. So right there, that's definitely going to contribute to high moisture readings when you're not getting the proper airflow. But once you've already kind of got to the point of all the fungus, mildew, whatever you want to call it, mold, I guess. Look at this. That is nasty. You need a dehumidifier. Look at that. They just threw a pier. Not going to use that. You got to get a dehumidifier. I mean, there's no question about it. You have to make this fungus go dormant. At those moisture readings right there, there's enough water in that wood to keep that fungus alive. It's already an established system, and it just needs enough water to stay alive and reproduce. And you can see the insulation, how it's flaking off. Apparently this company, she said they came in and they sprayed a fungicide all over this wood. This insulation looks like the original insulation. In order for them to have done that, they would have to have pulled all the insulation. You can see how it flaked. Look at this wood. That is horrible. They would have to have moved all the insulation, almost 25% moisture readings. Man, in November, that's crazy. And the only reason I didn't even go down there with my moisture meter. I as soon as I felt that blast, I paused it. I don't know if you noticed the pause. I don't usually pause anything. I just roll with the video. Went back to my truck, grabbed my moisture readers, and I said, I'll check this out, man. This doesn't feel good down here. You can see when the insulation's flaking like that, that means it's absorbing so much moisture. Just kind of checking. Man, I'm serious. You guys think I'm joking, man, when I have to check out these crawl spaces. I don't mess around, man. If there's a cat or a possum somehow got in here, I don't want to see it. So I want to check it out, make a move if I have to, and get the heck out of there. But I'm always it's happened too many times for me that it's just part of my routine, man. So try not to whip out that flashlight if I don't have to, because camera light does pretty good. Look at all that fungus on that beam. That is a lot. Yeah, I'm acting surprised because some houses you look at, you're like, all right, well, this is a nice brand new house. You kind of want the transaction to go well, but the argument the buyer has is that the lady did not disclose the fact that she made repairs to the house because it had a major wood fungi problem. And the lady just said she made some modifications, an upgrade, which, if you were doing this for other reasons, see the water puddle right there? That was a little bit of water. That's all condensation that's happening on top of the plastic. You have to disclose by law any repairs that you made. You guys tell me down at the comments, would you consider this a repair? Because you can see that the fungus has, for the most part, looked like it did a little bit of damage to the wood itself. Not like a lot of damage. I mean, I grabbed a nice chunk of that wood, the worst looking wood at least, and try to see if I can rip some off. So structurally, I don't think it's damaged. But they were pressing me. Is it damaged? Well, I know the buyer was pressing me because I think he's trying to bail out of this one. And I'm not too sure if I'd want to buy this house. If I was the buyer, I'd be really that's a lot of this is just too much fungus. Too much wood fungi. He was asking me, do I need to take out the insulation? I mean, just being cornered with all these questions. And that's okay if you're going to question me, but, the buyer's asking me questions in front of the seller's agent. The buyer's agent was there, but look at this radon pipe. First of all, it needs to be underneath the plastic. See how it just goes up? That comes up out of the roof, but this doesn't. I mean, none of that makes sense. If anything, that's a problem right there. So I basically got hired to go after this inspector that said the same things, pretty much what I'm saying right now. You can see the mineral buildup on the bottom blocks right there. So that's why the half cap is not good in this case. I would have ran the plastic all the way up, just about to maybe where the vents were, and just all this would have been behind the plastic. You can see how much moisture just gathers underneath the poly. Just very, very wet. You can see the poly, all the water on the poly itself. So that humidity comes up around the outside of that poly, and it's still creating a humid atmosphere down there, which then makes the this is some funk right there. I don't know what the heck that is. Some body snatcher stuff. Some of you might not know what the body snatchers were, but that was a great flick back in the day. Almost rocking 20%. Just a little. I mean, like I said, November. I should not be whipping this machine out. This should be all be, even though the fungus would be there, I'm still getting 14, 15%. Man, I got almost as high as 25 on the other side. I don't know if he's trying to get out of this contract by saying that she did not disclose that this was damage to the wood itself. But that right there, look at that. It's discoloration. I mean, well, we're getting there. You can see how moist the ground is. So all that humidity just goes right over. But then again, that machine itself, we're going to go to it here in a minute. It's not a dehumidifier. It's just a giant freaking fan. I've seen it before. I've seen this outfit use these before. So, I don't know. I can see the concern for the seller because she did what she was told to do, or by the company that came here to install the system. She was she's in her mid-70s. She's not gonna crawl this house. She probably had no idea what was happening down there. Maybe not. Look at the rust on these gas lines here. Wow. That's just a lot. So we're going to crawl back to the unit itself. Like I said, this is just a big fan. You guys let me know. Would you have a problem with the whole disclosure thing? You think they put the system in to repair the problem? There's some water right there. To repair the problem, or just modifications? I don't want to put in my opinion because I don't know. I'm gonna throw a stab at it. Obviously, they were trying to repair something. 19% right at that unit. Like I said, that's a fan. This place needs a dehumidifier, so I would run a commercial grade dehumidifier, run the plastic up the walls, and boom, you're done. This is an easy fix. Several $1,000s. Anyway, Crawlspace encounters. Let me know in the comments. See ya.